G'day guys, it's Jim, and in today's video we are going to talk about how to easily increase your DPS in the game just by changing out your armor. I know it sounds very simple, but you would not believe how many people don't know this in the game, so I thought I may as well make a tutorial to explain this, and if you didn't know this, comment down below because I'm guessing there's going to be quite a few of you who didn't. For today's lesson we are going to be over at the Wars Retreat at the combat dummies just over to the right, so I suggest you can come over here and practice and try this for yourself. And what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be using the legacy mode. I do not suggest using legacy mode for combat, but I'm going to use it today as it's an easier way to see the numbers and the benefits you're getting. If you guys want to do this yourself, you can go to your combat settings, and then in your combat and action bar mode, we can go combat mode and change to our legacy combat. Now this is going to remove all of your abilities, but it will make it a lot easier to see the difference in your damage. To start off with, I want to toggle these into the max hit mode to make sure that we're making this nice and easy for ourselves. The next thing we want to do is we want to be in legacy mode so that we can see the numbers a little bit more easily. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to equip my Elder Rune two-handed sword. We aren't wearing anything, as you can see, and all we're going to do is attack the training dummy, and this is going to give us our base number. So 538 is the base number for these attacks. Now what I want to do is I'm going to equip my full set of Necronium armor, and we're going to attack the dummy. So we've got a full kit of armor and the same sword that we were using before. Our maximum hit is still 538. But what if we change to Bandos armor? Both Necronium and Bandos are tier 70 armor. They've both got the same level of armor. Now we're going to attack the dummy, and our damage is 585, a huge increase. The only difference is the armor. That's the only thing that we changed, is the armor. It's the same weapon, and the damage isn't coming from the weapon, it's coming from the armor. So the difference between these two armors, this is called power armor. Anything that boosts your strength bonus, your magic bonus, or your range bonus is called power armor. The tank armor is the Necronium armor. So tank armor is just normal armor that has better HP. It doesn't give you any bonuses. So that's tank armor and power armor. Remember those two names. And I know what you're saying, Jim, what if I don't have enough money to buy power armor? Well, you can mix and match. So let's go with a just random assortment over here. So we'll go the Necronium chest with the Necronium head. We'll go to the Bandos gloves and the Necronium plates. There we go. So we've got a bit of a mix and match. Whatever pieces that you are using from the power armor still give you that damage boost. So we're still hitting 550, which is a lot better than our base hit, just because we've got the boots and the gloves, which happen to be the cheapest option. So if we go back to our base setup here with the Necronium set, we can see it's 538. Changing over to boots and gloves gives us 550. And that didn't cost us too much money to do that. Now you can obviously do this with the other combat styles as well. However, one thing I do want to point out is some things can be augmented and some can't. So most power armor in the game has the ability to be augmented, which is from the invention skill. If you need to check this out, go and see my why you need to train invention video. But here's an example I have for you. I've got Elder Rune +5 longswords. These are the best swords that you could probably smith in the game. They're level 90 and they're pretty good. So we're going to attack the dummy here and do 309 damage and 154. So 309 and 154. Now we're going to change to my Drygors. These are both level 90 as well, however, they are augmented. They have Equilibrium and Precise on them. So the max hit for this is 316 and 157. So you can see there that even though they're both level 90, my Drygors hit more because they have those augmentations on them, which is freaking awesome. It's lowering my max hit, but lifting my average hit. So it's really, really nice to have augmented weapons. Even though they're the same level, augmentations make them better. And you can do the same with power armor. For a full list on power armor versus tank armor, you can look at the Runescape wiki, but here is a really cool example of some that you can get from a quest. The Lunar armor. So you can unlock this Lunar armor by completing Lunar Diplomacy, and this is power armor that you get from the quest. It only requires level 40 magic to use. Now for this example, we are going to be using my Limitless Air Staff, and our base hit for the Limitless Air Staff is going to be 541. Now at 541, we are going to equip our Robes of Subjugation. This is level 70 armor. So level 70 power armor. This should obviously increase our damage, which it does, 588. But something that's quite interesting is that level 70 armor is actually less damage than the level 40 armor that you get from the quest. And it's a hell of a lot cheaper, this armor as well, the lunar armor. So if we attack the dummy once again, we are going to do 615 damage. So how does this lower level of armor actually do more damage? Well, that's because this armor actually has 3 extra items in it. It's got a ring, it's got a necklace, and it's got a cape. So these 3 items are also boosting my damage as well. So if we take off all of these items and we'll just leave the ring, we should also see a damage increase just from the ring itself. So if we attack the dummy, 548. If we take off the ring, it's going to be 541. So even though it's only a 7 damage, that's still more damage than not having the ring. And it's the same with the necklace as well. So if we attack with the necklace, it's going to put us at 557, which is a very, very nice damage increase just for that one item. And then obviously the same with the cape as well. The cape is going to give us a damage of 553. So just by these 3 items, we're going to increase our damage quite a lot. And we haven't had to pay much for these because this is actually from the quest, 576. So now, what if we combine these? So we can put on our robes of subjugation and our necklace, our ring, and our cape. Which do you think is going to do more damage? The subjugation or the lunar? See, this is where it can get quite interesting when you're doing combinations. You can mix and match all of your items together to increase your damage even more. So 622 by mixing all of these items. It's the same story over with our melee setup. So if we equipped our Elder Rune 2H once again, and our base hit is going to be 538, I can add a blood amulet or a amulet of fury, and it's going to increase the damage. If I add an obsidian cape, which is a nice cheap-ish cape that you can buy for around 600,000 GP, once again, it's going to increase the damage, and so does having a ring. So all we're going to do is put on the Berserker ring, and our damage has been increased. So it's actually really cool to see these combinations of items together to create more damage for your account rather than just using things such as your tank armor. So if we put on all of these items together, we have got ourselves a full powered up set. The only thing that we can do from here is switch to a weapon that we can augment to get more damage out of. And not only that, we can still augment the chest plate and the legs of this to get even more damage squeezed out of this setup. So if we go to attack, 616 is going to be our hit here. And if we want more damage from here, we can use our prayers, we can use our potions, we can use our damage rotation. But once again, this is a very targeted video just teaching you the difference that armor can make to your account. So please go on the wiki and look up power armor and tank armor. Look at different rings, capes, and necklaces that can boost your damage as well, because you'll be surprised how many things are out there that you might not be using. It might even be in your bank just sitting there and you haven't even realized. So if you guys enjoyed this video, leave me a thumbs up. My name is Jim, and oh wait, before I go, don't use Legacy. I'm only using Legacy to show you the numbers and make it easy. Go back to Revolution and use Revolution, please. My name is Jim, and I'll see you later.